Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about homes for chickens. Chickens are kept on farms all over the world. There are hundreds of different kinds of chickens or types. In the United States, there are about 175 recognized breeds. Chickens lived wild until people began using them for food. Now there are more chickens in the world than there are people. Most chickens are kept for their meat or eggs. When I visited the island of Kauai, there were chickens everywhere. There are so many chickens there because there are no predators on the island to kill them. We even had to stop the car so a mother hen and her babies could cross the road. Maybe that's where all those silly why did the chicken cross the road jokes came from. In a little bit, I'm going to read you a book about why the chickens cross the road. So where do most chickens really live? Most chickens live on rural farms. A poultry farmer keeps only birds such as chickens and turkeys. Most chickens spend their night in the barns or in the coops. The floors in the barns are covered with straw or wood chips, and there are perches for the chickens to sleep on. They often sleep with one eye open and one eye closed. Some even tuck their head under one of their wings during their sleep. During the day, chickens wander around the barnyard in the fresh air. Did you know that there are farmers that have thousands of chickens? My friend Will from Georgia is one of those farmers. He has 4 chicken barns that are 40 feet wide and 500 feet long. These are called houses. Will has 10,200 hens and 750 roosters per house. That's a total of 40,800 hens and 3,700 roosters. He gets roughly 34,000 eggs per day. They have a hatchability of 90%. That means if they put 100 eggs in an incubator, 90 of them would hatch. Will's eggs are sold to hatcheries that put the eggs in the incubators and then sell the chicks. His eggs are not used for food. I once got eggs from Will to put in the incubator in my classroom. Well, not everyone wants to have more than 40,000 chickens. My family has 3 chicken houses on our farm. We use this one for our little chicks. Heat lamps are used for heat when the weather is cold outside. After the chickens have outgrown the coop, they are moved to this coop. They continue to grow and mature. When they begin laying, then they are moved to the coop that is at our house. It's called the layer coop. My daughter has a coop business for her FFA project. Here are some of the coops that she rents out. You know some of the people, and 2 of the families are even from our class. Anna and Logan, do you love having your own coop? Do you love getting the eggs yourselves? I know that some of the rest of you also have a flock at your house. Some chicken farmers have open or free-range chickens. They put them in large outdoor pens where they roam during the day and then they return to their shelters at night so they are safe from predators. What are some things that would be predators to chickens? Clayson sent me this picture a couple of days ago. Other predators include owls, coyotes, dogs, bobcats, raccoons, weasels, skunks, possums, snakes, hawks, and large cats. This is our development as of today. I thought it might be fun to find out why the chicken really crossed the road. You might be surprised. This is the story I'm going to read to you today. It's called Why the Chickens Crossed the Road. It was written by Mark D'Arcy and it was illustrated by Jeff Moores. It's a scholastic book. Hector and Harriet were very silly chickens. In fact, they were so silly, they didn't even know they were chickens. Good evening, Harriet. Good night, Hector. Harriet, I've been thinking, and we might be elephants, said Hector. Elephants? Exclaimed Harriet. How exciting! A little privacy, please. So let's drink this water with our long gray trunks and then blow it high into the sky, said Hector. That's a great idea, said Harriet. I don't really like the looks of this. But it wasn't a great idea, was it? I feel like a fish out of water. But it wasn't a great idea, was it? They were a lot tougher than I thought. Yes, chickens are usually tender. Harriet, I've been thinking, and I think we might be eagles, said Hector. Eagles? Exclaimed Harriet. How exciting! You look a little nervous, old boy. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just afraid of heights. So let's leap off this cliff and use our big, strong wings to soar through the sky and fly down to the valley below. That's a great idea, Harriet. I don't think those chickens are too smart. Well, they are bird brains. But it wasn't a great idea, was it? Harriet, I've been thinking, and I think we might be seals, said Hector. Seals? Exclaimed Harriet. How exciting! You splashed me in the eye. Sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. So let's stand up on our tails and bounce these balls on our noses, said Hector. That's a great idea, said Harriet. I think those chickens smell funny. No, they're just foul. But it wasn't a great idea, was it? Thanks for inviting me. I'm having a whale of a time. Harriet, I've been thinking, and I think we might be fish, said Hector. Fish? Exclaimed Harriet. How exciting! Those chickens think they're fish, you know? How strange. I hope they don't bother us sheep. So let's leap into the river and use our gills to breathe under water and our fins to swim around the rocks, said Hector. That's a great idea, said Harriet. Why are you so clever? Well, I'm always in school. But it wasn't a great idea, was it? Why did the chicken cross the road? Heard it. Hector, I've been thinking, and I think we might be chickens, exclaimed Harriet. Chickens, said Hector. How exciting! So let's use our 2 chicken legs and our 2 chicken feet to cross the road. That's a great idea, said Hector. At last they know they're chickens. How exciting! And it was a great idea, wasn't it? I always knew they were chickens. Really? I think they've been very brave. In fact, Hector and Harriet were so happy to be chickens, they had a big party and they invited all their new friends. They baked cakes, they made shakes, and they even taught everyone to do the chicken dance. I never want this to end. You're just a party animal. So maybe Hector and Harriet weren't very silly chickens after all. Harriet, I've been thinking. I think we might be British. British? How exciting. Tomorrow, we'll look at our chick development and we're going to go to my kitchen to cook with eggs. See you tomorrow.